Y'all, this show. All right. So I looked like I was in a fight. So y'all know I said I was going to come back and do another group of videos, but I need to talk about episode 3 and these bullshit engagements that just went on. If you're brand new to my channel, welcome. If you are back for another recap, welcome back. If you're not a subscriber already, what are we doing? Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. All right. So we are talking the Ultimatum. I really just want to talk about the what happened in episode 3. So on my last recap, I talked about how Nate picked April, who picked Hunter. Hunter then went back and proposed to Alexis, right? So she accepts. I'm calling bullshit on that. That was not a real proposal. That was not a genuine proposal. It just seemed more like I don't want anyone else to be with you. I feel like Alexis causing that big hoopla. It was mainly because nobody else was really picking her. So Hunter proposed, girl, if y'all want to go ahead and live and be in miserable marital bliss, go ahead. Because you don't want to be married to that man, and you know you don't, because you keep talking about how he doesn't make enough money for you. All right. So then we see let's talk about Nate, because Nate really, I'm glad he's not on, well, from what I can see, I'm glad he's not on the show yet. I'm still on episode 3. So Nate is his feelings are hurt, one because Shanique didn't pick him, and then because April didn't pick him. So Kobe is giving this impassioned speech about how he likes Lauren and how Lauren has opened up to him and how he's willing to guide her through maybe coming around to the fact of wanting kids and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, Kobe, I feel like Kobe was a little too passionate in that moment, because just remember, her dude is sitting right here. So Nate, who is whispering, who is whispering to Madeline that he's gonna pick her while covering his face so no one else can see, no one else being his girl, then it's like, Kobe's gonna be pushing up on my girl. I'm not okay with this. I don't want this. I don't want that. So Kobe gets his yamp ass up, and I be damned if he proposed to Lauren. What is going on? What is going on? Look, when I tell y'all, I paused the screen, paused my Netflix, and I literally screamed, because come on, y'all, let's stop playing. Let's stop playing these games. So then April, who now both of her picks, haven't picked anybody. So now she feels away because now she's not going to get the full benefit of the experience, when really April was just upset at the fact that Jake has found him somebody and she doesn't have a solid connection. I said, in the show, for the person, the recap was it that E! News posted that said that this show is a thriller. Hell yeah! Like, the range of emotions that I am going through. So now, because Nate done proposed, and everybody was like, bad shit. And I'm like, what is going on, y'all? So now April's proposing, and Shanique so April's crying, Shanique is crying, Ray is, what are y'all crying for? Because they thought they men were all gonna stand up and come around and propose. I can't, I will not, I shan't. This is crazy to me, y'all. This show is a lot. So April gives this impassioned speech about how people aren't really here for the right reasons, and people aren't being truthful about what they really want out of the process. And you're not giving it a fair shake. And even though she loves Jake and Jake has found somebody, she knows that at the end of this, Jake is coming back to her. And I'm like, girl, you sure? Because his kissing cousin Ray, they got to be related somewhere down the line. He's really like infatuated with her. So Nate, who is real defensive because he knows that he proposed out of bullshit, tells Lauren that even though you don't want kids, I'm okay with that as long as I have you. No, you're not. You never, like, if he truly, truly wants kids and she truly, truly doesn't, he is going to resent her if they never have kids. He will never be happily married. He will never be happily married. That is two very different juxtapositions from people. If I want children and you absolutely don't, we do not need to be married. And that's just that on that. A lot of these people came into this process scared. They thought that they were going to get the same reaction that Alexis wanted, which is what she wanted, to kind of like bombard this man into proposing to her. This is ridiculous. Again, Shanique cried through the entire episode. Girl, she need a Kleenex endorsement because oh oh her emotions are too much. What zodiac y'all think she is? Because her emotions are just here, all over her sleeves, just just everywhere. So unbeknownstly, begrudgingly, Kobe has to pick Madeline. I'm sorry, Kobe has to pick April. So everyone is kind of like, yeah, we don't believe Nate's proposal. So Nate is super defensive. So you're calling my proposal bullshit? I'd have been like, hell yeah. And you know it's bullshit. And the fact that Lauren fell for that is Lord. Y'all want my blood pressure high. And that's why y'all want me to watch the show. That's why y'all want me to review this show. And I can't. This is too much for a Tuesday. This is too much for a Tuesday. So, everyone, April is, in her heart box. So, April gets up and walks out because she's not getting the full extent of the process. I kind of feel like there should have been some absolute ground rules with this, that if you sign up for this process, you do have to go through the process the way it was designed. Meaning, you do have to stay with this other person for the 3 weeks. Then, in turn from that, you do have to go stay with your partner. Now, if right away the first week you're back with your partner, if they propose, that's perfectly fine. But this should not have happened the way that it did, because it's not fair to somebody like April, and it's not fair to somebody like Kobe, who now was just forced to be with somebody that they really don't have a connection with. And I think they're gonna fare out the best with that because, again, I have not seen the rest of the season, but I think they're gonna fare out the best with that because they don't have as much pressure going into it. You know what I mean? So then we see everybody getting back. Shanique and Zay, she's never lived with anybody before, so she's saying how I like to sleep naked. I like to cook naked. And I'm like, girl, bacon? You cook bacon and stuff like you fry chicken naked? Oof, I could never. So I think they have a nice vibe between them. You can tell that Shanique is able to have an actual conversation with Zay, something that Ray was never able to do. Okay, and I hate to say that, but Ray is just not a person that's really in touch with her feelings. So their little connection was cool. He sleeps on the couch, she sleeps on the bed. She wanted to invite that man to that bed. She was giving very come hither the way she was looking at him. But she gets up, covers him up. Okay, fine. Jake and Ray, shit, I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if he don't propose to her like now. With as intense as like their connection seems to be. They're laughing, they're joking, they're calling each other babe already. That's good. Madeline and Randall, again, she is fetishizing him. The whole conversation about the sheets really got on my nerves. Talking about that's how you keep the comforter dirty. How dirty is your body? Are you not showering before bed? How dirty is your body that you sleeping under your comforter is gonna get your comforter that dirty? I don't have time for that bullshit with her. I do not like Madeline. I'm gonna make it very clear right now. I do not like Madeline. She has given me nothing to like about her. And then finally, Kobe and April, they're coming into this really as friends, but you can tell that I think it's going to turn into something more because they're not their whole end game is to get back to their partners. Kobe let Madeline's a yamp ass go, but their whole end game is to get back to their partners and get that marriage out of them that they want. But I think they're going to end up getting along the absolute best. Let me know in this video only, y'all. The only comments for this video that I want to discuss is, how do you guys feel about them proposing like that? Mainly Nate and Hunter. How do you feel about them? And Nate gives me bitch made vibes of, if I can't have you, no one else can. Catch y'all in the next one.